All right, so today we are diving into something pretty specific but super important. We're looking at the architecture behind those huge video walls you see in like sports arenas or casinos.
Exactly. We're not talking about the screens themselves, but the engine. Specifically, the WolfPack 4K60 fiber output card.
Right, the small component that fits into these big modular matrix switchers.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really understand how this one little card solves these, massive challenges of large-scale video. We're talking distance, speed, and probably most important, uptime.
So let's start with the design itself. It's a one-port slide-in card. It does cross-point switching, so fiber in to fiber out. And that cross-point idea means any input can go to any output independently, right? That modularity is the whole point.
It is. And that design, it directly solves that huge need for reliability. I mean, in the old days, if one part of a big matrix failed, you had
I
to...
have to ship the whole giant box back.
The whole thing, which is a disaster. Here, if a signal drops, you just swap out the one card. It's a 5-minute maintenance task, not a system shutdown.
And I guess that's why they offer that 2-year WolfPack Care warranty with the advanced replacement.
It has to be that way. It just acknowledges that in these 24/7 environments, time is everything.
Okay, so let's get into the core function. How do these 4K specs translate into, actual distance and speed? Because copper cable just isn't going to work for a giant stadium.
Not a chance. That's why it has to be fiber. Using single-mode fiber with just a simple one-core LC connector, this thing can push a full 4K 60 signal up to 6.2 miles.
6.2 miles, that's 10 kilometers.
10 kilometers. That pretty much covers any large campus or venue you can think of. And you don't need all those expensive repeaters that you'd need with standard network cable after, 100 meters?
Right, okay, so the distance is there. But distance is useless if the switching is slow. What happens when you change sources? That's where the switch engine comes in.
Yeah.
It's honestly seamless. We're talking a switch that takes 100 milliseconds.
So a tenth of a second.
A tenth of a second, with basically no latency. So you don't get that awful black screen or that visual stutter you used to see with older systems.
And that black screen, in a high-end casino or a sports bar, that's just a complete non-starter, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The way they do it is by executing the EDI hops and the HDCP handshakes at the same time, at both ends. It uses an internal frame buffer.
So it kind of holds the picture for a split second while it authenticates everything.
You got it. So when the switch happens, the picture is just there.
Instantly.
For the real tech heads, the bandwidth is up to 10.2 Gbps with a max time delay of just 5 nanoseconds. It's incredibly fast.
Okay, so we have speed, distance, reliability. How does an integrator actually manage this whole web of signals?
Well, the control is extremely flexible. It has all the HDCP and ED management built right in. For the user, it's actually really simple. You can just copy the display's EDD by pressing a little button twice on the card itself, which prevents a lot of errors.
And I'm assuming it integrates with all the big control systems on site.
Of course. It has an RS-232 port, so you can control it from the front panel, a web GUI, an app, or tie it into Crestron, AMX, Control4, Savant, all the major players.
And the supplier even mentioned that users can save some money by just buying the hardware and then hiring someone to write the drivers.
Yeah, instead of paying for a full turnkey installation, it gives you options.
So if we bring it all back to you, the person designing one of these systems, what's the big takeaway?
I think it really comes down to this. This single card gives you extreme distance, incredibly fast switching, and the modularity you need for easy field maintenance. It solves the biggest problems.
So what does this all mean for you then? We've seen the power of this fiber system, but the sources we looked at had a really, really crucial warning. You should never mix these 4K 60 fiber cards with 4K 60 HDMI cards in the same chassis.
That is a big one.
It is, and it raises a really important question. Why is that system purity, being all fiber or all copper, so fundamental to keeping things stable in these high-performance environments? Something to think about for your next big project.